The market is, in option terms, short the upside. If the market rips, it creates huge FOMO because there's so many people, the people I speak to, the family offices, the high net worths, the smaller institutions, the RIA networks, all of those capital flows are basically buyers from 75,000 onwards.
Yeah.
And 100,000 is blind panic. What happens is it kind of accelerates, which is why the banana zones tends to happen. It accelerates through those highs, and everything gets a little bit crazy because everyone has a total FOMO, and random friends of yours you knew from school 20 years ago start calling you up saying, well, I hear you into crypto. That's all to come.
The crypto market sentiment is again back in the green following Bitcoin's latest surprising run above $66,000, its highest peak since late July. According to data from CoinMarketCap, Bitcoin has gained about 4.46% in the past week, slightly overshadowed by Ethereum's 6% increase in the same period. The leading altcoin is currently trading at $2,583 after dropping from an intraday of $2,650. Despite the rally, the crypto market remains on tenterhooks, and investors remain hopeful of bigger price rallies before year's end. According to Real Vision founder and CEO Raoul Pal, the setup for these upside rallies is complete, especially with central banks worldwide expected to unleash massive stimulus packages and other quantitative easing measures on their respective economies. By all indications, this easing round may be way larger than originally presumed. Using the example of China, which has so far announced 2 distinct and large stimulus packages without making a big enough dent in the market, experts are certain that central banks are about to unleash some of the largest liquidity pumps on the global economy in 2025. Pal's window is between the next 12 to 18 months, and he strongly believes that the stimulatory activities of central banks will be generally bullish for the financial markets, but even more so for cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and others. Pal's bullish thesis for the cryptocurrency market and the overall global economy has remained consistent over the past year. When others called for a recession in the United States, Pal maintained that we are at the wrong part of the business cycle for an economic decline. With central banks already announcing rate cuts and expected to go full money printing mode by 2025, Pal strongly believes the only way to go is up for the economy and the markets. Pal discusses his thesis in a recent discussion with Deribit, going into full detail about the current state of the market, the main catalysts for the coming rally, and what's next for crypto in 2025 and beyond. As we bring you clips from the discussion, please take a little time to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. Everything you do helps with the YouTube algorithm and immensely contributes to the channel's growth. Are you ready to unlock a new world of excitement, strategy, skill, and camaraderie while earning mouth-watering real-world rewards? Look no further because we have the perfect project for you. In the past, we've brought you series of videos about Go Mining, an NFT digital mining platform. They've just launched the most exciting game. Miner Wars is Go Mining's first Bitcoin mining game, where players compete with each other for real Bitcoin rewards, while using NFT-based assets, just like mining pools in real life, racing to close Bitcoin blocks. To make the game even more exciting and rewarding for gamers, Miner Wars is packed full of boosts and spells to help players easily dominate the competition. These include, the Power Boost adds an extra 1,000 points per second until the end of the round. Power Boost 10x gives you an additional 10,000 points every second until the end of the round. Score Boost. Spell adds 400,000 points to your tally. Wait, there's more. Miner Wars offers users a free trial period through the Starter League. With this, you get the chance to learn the game completely free of charge with the bonus 16 terahash miner without paying a dime. If you are satisfied with the game and wish to withdraw your rewards, you can quickly purchase a digital miner and continue battling in the Pro League for fantastic rewards. The Pro League is where advanced players get to unleash the power of their digital miners on the battlefield, which can easily be done when you join any of the scores of existing clans or create a new clan of your own. Other exciting perks include the leaderboard bonuses, which grant you and your team real Bitcoin rewards. You can also compete for Go mining tokens and upgrade your miner's terahash power anytime for greater achievements and higher rewards. What's more, you can enjoy all these perks with 5% off on all purchases when you use the promo code SAVVY5. Are you ready for the ultimate play-to-earn experience? Please click the links in the description box below to get started mining Bitcoin for fun. Thanks, and enjoy the video.
I mean, everyone's just so frustrated with this sloppy price action.
Yeah.
Right? Equities at all-time highs. The macro's good. China's stimulating. Everything is in place. You know, the pattern matching versus exactly what happened last year. Everything's in place, and the market cannot get out of its own way. You know, talking to somebody today who we won't talk about naming, but the same questions like, what is going on? Is somebody selling? Is there a flow that we don't know about? You see the weird thing of MicroStrategies decoupling from Bitcoin,
Yeah.
which is equity flow versus crypto flow, which adds to this, there's something else going on. Speaking to everybody, there are no flows because everyone's waiting for the range to break. So there's all the family offices like, well, we just want to wait for things to start being confirmed. And it's the election, you know, we want to see what happens with the election. It's basically everybody's waiting for everybody else. And we don't really have a catalyst. I mean, all the catalysts are in place. I don't know what's left.
Like, what are the sort of main sort of catalysts that you're looking at that still kind of keeps you in the banana zone world?
Well, I mean, we produced something for Global Macro Investor 2 weeks ago, and it's probably 50 charts of liquidity, financial conditions, historical pattern matching, technical analysis, you know, everything from, you know, if you look at Bollinger Bands of, you know, volatility, you know, all of these things have always led to a big breakout. So you've kind of got every box ticked. I mean, everything. And, you know, China have started to do the whole global stimulus game, and that will spread to everybody. Yes, at the end of the quarter, the Fed saw a draw of liquidity because of the bank funding stuff, but that goes away. So I don't know.
The only thing
for me, it's just a matter of time. It's just, if you go down the list, it's really interesting. When you see the list of the biggest holders of the ETFs, yeah, there's some RIA firms and whatever. Most of it is the Converter ARB guys.
Yeah.
It's all of them are the ARB guys. So they're either ARBing using the ETF because they can get prime broking on it, which you can't get on Bitcoin very easily. So they use it for prime broking, and then they're ARBing the futures or the perps.
right.
Yeah.
There's no actual real new money that's come in yet then.
Yeah, there is some. You can go down the list, but when you look at it, it's all Millennium. It's all the same players, and they're just extracting cash from the cash and carry.
But then the guys that we were all thinking were going to come in and allocate into the space who haven't already, does that mean they're still to come then?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, again, the regulatory issues. I mean, every week there's somebody else being prosecuted. Then you've got the kind of Trump on one side, the Harris administration not making it clear what they're going to do, and the SEC being hostile. So that keeps people back from actually really allocating. It's like, okay, we need election clarity now.
When asked if anything could change his bullish thesis for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, Powell mentions the very slim possibility of central banks like the US Federal Reserve refusing to reverse their restrictive quantitative tightening policies. The odds of that are, of course, slim to none. Not only has the Federal Reserve, which often influences the policies of other central banks, announced its first rate cut in 4 years, but the People's Bank of China has announced a massive stimulus package and other incentives to help its staggering economy. Powell believes there is so much more to come. Canada, for example, just recorded its lowest consumer price index since March 2021, recording a CPI of 1.6% versus the expected 1.8% for September. The CPI report strengthens the case for the Bank of Canada's 50 basis point cut on October 23rd. The Fed is also expected to announce at least another 25 basis point rate cut during the next FOMC meeting. Powell's thesis might be taking a little bit more time than expected to play out, but it's all going to fall into place sooner or later. Let's get back to the interview.
Look, everything is in place. The only thing that we were talking about this earlier, Dave and I, was like, the concern is we all think it's likely to break to the upside and go fast. And the issue is where is the capital flow going to come from?
Mm.
So if we're stepping away and want to give ourselves a counter argument, is everybody's looking at each other to say, well, when it breaks, the market's going to go higher because it's going to bring in all of the FOMO. But it needs to break higher to bring in the FOMO.
That's right.
That reflexive thing needs to start. And every time it's got to the top of the range, it's come back down. And now whether that's because of some flow we don't know, FTX estate stuff or whatever it is that keeps slotting at the moment it gets to the top of the range. But I don't know if the market, the crypto market itself, has much dry powder. Everyone's all in. There's also some random things like, you should keep your eye on stuff like Off the Grid, the new big game that's coming. It's on Avalanche. Okay, fine. Avalanche is not a chain that a lot of people use, but this game could be huge. That's a huge influx of people that we're not even looking at. And there's a bunch of the protocols who are building stuff like that. So it's like a mass market, abstracted away use of crypto that drives on-chain adoption, underlying value. So I think that that's the other thing. It's not the obvious, it will come into the Bitcoin ETF and then flow through the market. It could come from a number of different places we're not seeing. Don't forget, at the moment the business cycle picks up a bit faster, it's slow across Europe, it's slow in the US. The forward-looking indicators are showing it going up. I mean, that probably ignites meme coins and brings a whole bunch of normies into meme coin casino, because it's just gamification of attention and
Community.
internet memes. I mean, they get it. And if their mates we've seen it before in every cycle, whether it's ICOs, if your mate is making a 50x, you are damn well opening an account and going to start trading. The pattern match versus last year is 1-for-1. It was identical.
So when does
We've
it
all
start?
forgotten that last year, because last year finished really well. We were like, yeah, last year was great. Good year, guys. We forgot that it went from March till October in this sideways range, identical.
What was the date that it started rallying?
It was like this week or last week. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Every comparison I look at is like, come on, guys. The market is, in option terms, short the upside. You know, if the market rips, it creates huge FOMO, because there's so many people, you know, the people I speak to, the family offices, the high net worths, the smaller institutions, the RIA networks, all of those capital flows are basically buyers from 75,000 onwards.
Yeah.
And 100,000 is blind panic, because they're not traders. They just want confirmation that the thing is trending.
Yeah.
And they'll find the narrative will fit it. Price leads, narrative follows, and that will happen. So what happens is it kind of accelerates, which is why the banana zones tends to happen. It accelerates through those highs, and everything gets a little bit crazy because everyone has a total FOMO, and random friends of yours you knew from school 20 years ago start calling you up saying, well, I hear you into crypto. That's all to come.
In related news, Jan3 CEO Samson Mow has reiterated his call for the Omega candle, expected to take Bitcoin to an ultra-bullish high of $1 million per coin. The Jan3 CEO recently tweeted about the much-anticipated Omega candle. The tweet reads, "Omega is inevitable," with a picture of a big lit green candle with the word Omega boldly written on it. Mao has been talking about the Omega candle since the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission approved several spot Bitcoin ETFs earlier this year. According to the Jan3 CEO, whose firm works with nation-states to speed up Bitcoin adoption and hyper-Bitcoinization, the Omega candle will happen suddenly sometime soon, taking everyone by complete surprise and sending Bitcoin to crazy new highs. While this sounds entirely too optimistic, it is nice to see that people like Powell and Mao have remained consistently bullish through the bloodbaths and upside rallies. Please share your thoughts on Raoul Pal's interview and Samson Mo's ultra-bullish $1 million price prediction for Bitcoin. Also, ensure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.